Well, I think we can all see that this is one ripe pineapple. It's only cost £1. I say only £1. That's 20 shillings in old money, so that's quite expensive really. However, a lot of people would go into a supermarket and get one of these pineapples already stripped down and ready to eat and pay, you know, £2 or £3 for the privilege. Now, you can get the raw produce, and as I say, that's as ripe as they're going to be, and I can tell that it's ripe because if this was smell-o-vision, you'd be smelling the ambient fragrances of what is, for many people, beautiful pineapple. Now on here you'll see that there are some basic rudimentary instructions as how to prepare this pineapple. And sometimes looking at a fruit like this you think, well, yeah, I like the smell of it and I even like the look of it, but you're going to say, well, it's going to take me, you know, forever to get into that fruit. I'd sooner go to the supermarket and pay, you know, a couple of extra quid to get it ready to eat. But it doesn't take that long to prepare this. You can follow the instructions as I pointed out on here, or you can use the HATMAN method. First thing is to take its hat off, and you can just twist that and you'll see the hat comes off. Simple as that. You don't need that, you're not going to eat that unless you're some sort of animal. You've got to take quite a bit of this peel off. Now most people are not going to eat a whole pineapple in one sitting, and unless you've got a whole family to feed, which you may well have, you're maybe not going to eat the whole of this pineapple. So I tend to prepare it in 2 halves. I'm just going to cut through my pineapple in half, and you can see that is glorious. Smells good too, and ready for eating. We'll put that one to one side. We can prepare that later if we like. So the method I'm going to show you is just to peel it. So we're going to take the top little section off, probably just about 1 centimetre. That's showing a little bit of badness there, so I'm cutting that bit off. We can cut those bits out in a moment. So you've got that top bit taken off, and we won't need those bits. I'll put those to one side. Now what we're going to do, you know that in the centre there, that's usually quite a hard core. You're not going to really be able to enjoy that unless you are some sort of animal, and we need to cut that core out, but I'm not going to try and cut that out now. First thing I want to do is get the skin off, and I just go around here. You can see I'm slightly angling this because the edge of my pineapple at the top is slightly angled, so I've cut that round like that, and then what I will tend to do is turn that over. You can see where I say these little seed bits are. You want to try and get as much of that off, and yet you don't want to waste too much of the fruit. Now, in years gone by, when I did so much more food preparation and cooking, I would use these skins and other fruit skins that I peel off and put them into a watery, sugary solution. And you can see I'm getting round the outside of that now, going all the way down to the plate. And anyway, I'd use these peels. We'll just lift that off now. You can see I've got that off, and I'd use that to make some sort of alcoholic beverage. Right, so now cut this in there, and we can see we've got the nice hard core there, and that bit is the bit that we need to get out. What I tend to do is just cut each of the pieces in half. Yeah, and then once we've got it halved, obviously any section of your pineapple that's bad or is overripe, you can cut off. Now the next thing I want to do is get this hard core out. The hard core, as we say. You have to be careful when you're using very sharp implements, and of course you do need a very sharp knife to pare these skins away from the pineapple and cut neatly around these sections. So once we've got all of the hard centres out, then we can just simply cut our semi-rings into segments, which we will then be able to eat nicely. So we've got our nice pile of pineapples, and the leftovers, the rinds from the pineapple, even the bad bits and the hard cores that you don't want to be munching on really, they can all be made into a nice alcoholic drink. Simply add a bit of warm water and sugar, leave it in a cupboard. In this warm weather it will ferment over a number of days, and that sugar will turn into alcohol and you'll have a nice punch. Now we need to put this into a container. If we're not going to eat it straight away, we could put it into a bowl if we were intending to sample all of our, and we'll put our bits and our little bit of juice in there. Look, there's just a little seed there that I'll don't really need. Just wash that down the sink, and we've got a little bad bit in there. Ooh, so we'll just get rid of that. Get one of these little containers, and we can put that in the fridge when we can eat it later. And so you can see, in less than 3 or 4 minutes, and we've got our pineapple in a tub ready to eat. Bye for now.